Hello, my name is Vijay Chaudhary and my student ID number is 1225826. So we are discussing about the part B, the current profit per unit in Australian terms. Okay, so we can see, so the purchase price from the US supplier is say 1,700 US dollar, and the selling price in Australia is $2,800, and the current exchange rate is 0.74 US dollar per the one Australian dollar. So to pay 1700 US dollar, the Australian company must convert Australian dollar to US dollar. So we calculate how many Australian dollars are needed for the US dollar. So cost in the Australian dollar is 1700 divided by 0.74 is equal to $2,297.29. So this is the profit per unit is selling price minus the cost price in Australian dollar. So 2800 minus 2290.1917.29 is equal to 502.70 Australian dollar. Okay, so now we can see the future profit if PPP holders after 1 year. So given that the inflation rate is in America is 3.2 percentage, and inflation rate in Australia is 4.1%. So the purchasing power parity is equal to if PPP holds, future exchange rates should adjust according to the inflation rates. So future exchange rate is equal to current exchange rate into 1 plus domestic inflation Australia divided by 1 plus foreign inflation US dollar. So it's 0.74 into 1 plus 0.041 divided by 1 plus 0.03. So is equal to uh, 0.7464 US dollar per 1 Australian dollar. So it's our future profit. So therefore the future cost in Australian dollar to buy one unit, as an example 1700 US dollar is, so $1700 divided by 0.7464 is equal to 2277.59 dollar for the future cost in Australian dollar, as selling price remains the same as like 2800 Australian dollar. So the future profit is equal to 2800 minus 2277.59, so is equal to 522.4 Australian dollar per unit, we can say. So this is the despite inflation the PPP holds, and the selling price in Australian dollar is remaining the fixed. The profit shows a slight improvement because of the small favorable changes in the exchange rate as well. Okay, as a part 3, other factors that can impact the profit. Some other key factors included, we can see the first one is the shipping and logistic cost. So the fluctuation in the fuel prices or global supply chain disruptions can increase cost. The second one is import duties or the taxes. We can say the changes in government policies could increase the cost of importing the goods. The third one is tariff trade restrictions. Trade agreements or sanctions might affect the availability or cost. The fourth one is foreign exchange rate. PPP is a long-term theory. In the short term, we can exchange rate may fluctuate by the unpredictably. The fifth one is change in the pricing strategies. US supplier might increase the prices independently of the US inflations. The seventh one is currency transaction rate. Like bank or financial intermediates may charges fees for the currency conversion. And the last one, not the least, is the storage cost of the spoilage. If the product is predictable or sensitive to storage the conditions. Thank you so much.